I'd say one of the strongest mental frames that has gotten me through my hardest times is thinking this will be the story that I will one day tell. And that means the harder it is, the bigger the dragon, the more epic the story, and by consequence, the more epic the hero. And if you think about the difference between winners and losers, winners define themselves by what they made happen, and losers define themselves by what happened to them.
Hello people. Welcome to season 1, episode 1 of Mastering the Markets. That's what I believe I'm calling this. This first episode, I'm about to compile it together. It's a combination of 4 or 3 videos that I recorded over the last week. It was meant to be the process of getting a funded payout. However, we ran into some issues in the video, and you'll get to see that if you watch all of the whole of the video. This is a series I'm beginning on my YouTube channel called Mastering the Markets on and off the charts, or Mastering the Markets on and off. And what I mean by that is, I want to do a documentary, I want to document my journey as a trader moving forward on and off the charts. So the things I'm doing to allow myself to focus on trading and things like that. Think of it like Swaggy C's Secure the Swag, however, more of a document from the beginning because I'm so much earlier in my trading career. I don't want to keep this clip too long, but yeah, this is season 1, episode 1. I'm hoping for many seasons to come, probably like 4 or 5 seasons, but each season will have like 1 to 15 episodes. 10 to 15 episodes, because I'm planning on doing 1 to 2 videos a month. So once we reach a certain achievement within trading, so let's say we get to episode 7, and episode 7 I get a good funded payout, then that'll be a milestone. We'll move on to season 2, for example. So I'm going to change the season based on achievements within the trading markets. And then I hope you enjoy this video. Manners and respect. Hope you stick around for the journey. It's going to be a long journey, and in a few years' time, I hope there's a few seasons of this on my channel. Yo people. Damn. Yo people. Today I'm recording a video. It might not be finished recording today, so you might see this video might go over a few days, or maybe even a week span of time, as it is the 7th of November 2024, and I am about to request my first payout with my funded account that I have. I took a trade this morning. I'm not going to do a full trade breakdown. I took a trade this morning, and I was going to let it run to full volume. I'll just go to right screen so you can see. This was the trade I took on Euro USD. I was going to let it run to full volume down here. I was also going to close half of my position once we came back down to this point here. However, I didn't like how volume was. Where did I close? I closed at 2.08. There we go. I didn't like how how low the volume looked. There wasn't much strength in the market coming off of this supply zone here. So I closed out for 2% plus 2%, as that 2% allows me to get a payout on my funded account, as long as there is no issues, like I haven't broken a rule at some point during my trading on this account. I've had this account for like 2 years now, 2.5 years, so I'm very excited, as I just rushed into the room now to record this video. As you can see, I obviously made the right call in closing this trade and taking this 2%, because like I said, I wasn't happy with how much volume I was seeing in the market around this area. We didn't react off of, I've got screenshots of the similar trades with the similar idea of a Asian high sweep followed by a breaker structure and then a retracement back onto a supply zone. And the other trades, I noticed when I enter off of supply zones or demand zones, the best trades I have react from that zone and drop 20 pips fairly fast. And that's how I know if there's a lot of volume in the market and price is going to react to this demand zone or supply zone exactly how I want it to, and drop. However, here, as you can see, these are all 5-minute candlesticks. We dropped around, I want to say this doji, the bottom of this doji, we dropped around 10 pips and started creating less momentum filled candles. So I was like, you know what, I'm happy with this 2%. I'm happy with the position I'm in now, because now I can request a payout. Now I can just move on to the next stage of the trading. So I'm now in the in what, like, I'm now 0.1% of traders now, because most traders, it's like what, something like, let's say 10,000 people take a trading challenge. I think it's like 20% that get past, 18% that get past stage 1 evaluation. Then out of that 18%, the total amount of people is then 10% of people that make it to the next stage, and then there's like 5% of people that make it to their first funded payout. So I'm glad that I'm just slowly taking steps, climbing up the ladder slowly but surely. People are dropping off. I'm getting to where I need to be now. I'm in the next percentage. I'm just thinking of it, instead of trying to focus on trying to make so much money, guys. What I've been trying to do is focus on just being a good trader and actually sticking to what I need to do and doing what I need to do every single day, because we get so caught up on this idea I can make 10 racks. If I get a 200k account and I make 2%, I can make 4k. Yeah, cool. It's all well and good knowing that, but you need to get to the point where that's something that you can actually take the next step to achieve. And for me, right now, I'm at a point where I'm looking at it, cool, now I've made it to the next barrier of entry, which the next barrier of entry is to get consistent payouts, not just to get this one payout, because now I've made it to the next bracket. So now, in the first bracket, there's 10,000 people. Cool. The second bracket, I've made it past that. There's now 8,000 people. The next bracket, I've made it to that. There's now like 4,000 people. And then payout stage, you've made it now past most of the people, and you're now one of the 500 people that are left from out of the first 10k of 10,000 set of people. So I know I'm headed in the right direction. I know I need to just keep doing what I'm doing. But I just thought I'll come here, record this video, explain my thought process and what's going through my head now. Like I said, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, make it slowly and surely. Now my next goal is to get 3 payouts from this account, which will solidify me to say, cool, this wasn't just a fluke. It will also then solidify, cool, you got a second one, third one in a row that says, cool. Now for me, I know I can just keep doing exactly what I'm doing, no changes. Now at that point, if I get to that point, I'm not making any changes. Even still, I'm not changing the way I trade. I'm just refining it more. I'm understanding things more. I'm taking more precautionary measures. Or as the data I'm getting, as I move further and further on my trading, the data I'm receiving, I'm cutting things out that don't need to be there, because at a certain point it comes down to just maths. You see the data, you see what works, you see what doesn't, and then it's just a matter of keeping what works, taking away what doesn't. And I'm at that point now. So, but like I said, if I get to 3 payouts, I will stop changing anything. Even if there's things that I don't do as well, I'm just not going to change anything for 6 months, because once I get to a point where I can get 3 payouts, I know exactly what I'm doing. I can just continue doing and just fly with it. 6 months of that, then we'll start looking at refining things even more. But I'm at a point now where I don't want to make too many changes if they're not necessary, because I feel like I'm actually at that point now where this trading thing can go flying. So my goal is, with the payouts that I'm getting from this account, and the refund from the account, because once you pass an account, you get the refund and blah blah blah, or once you get a payout, you get a refund. So the refund plus the amount I made is going to allow me to buy a bigger sized account. I'm going to do that. I'm going to reinvest all the profits from my first 3 payouts into purchasing a larger account. So yeah, this is where I'm at, and this is what's going to happen. I might do a trade breakdown on this trade later on today, or at the end, I might end this clip and come do a trade breakdown on this once my broker's updated with the funded account, so that I can then show you the process of me requesting the withdrawal and everything like that, just to keep this video as transparent as possible. Because like I said, I'm documenting the journey now, so let's get it. Like I said, this trade does look kind of crazy. It's a 2 risk to reward ratio trade. Normally, with my limits, like I said, the whole trade as a total would have been 1 to 8.6. Because you're using limit orders, you can get much better entries with limit orders. Shout out Yerimi. I've never taken his course. I was going to buy his course at one point, but I learned enough from his YouTube videos about how he uses supply and demand zones, order blocks, whatever anyone wants to call it, and I implemented that. As you can see on GBP JPY, I took 2 wins over the past. Well, both wins hit yesterday. I entered this GBP JPY trade on the 4th of November. I won it on the 6th, so 2 days. And then this was just the scaling. This was just, oh no, this was here. This was just a scaling of this trade, because once this trade had got to a certain point, I moved it to break even. So I was happy to risk, and I risked 1% on this trade. So once it got to a certain point, I said, cool, let me go break even. I can't lose anything on this. Worst case scenario, I make nothing. So then once I was at that point where there was no risk on the table, I re-entered on a re-entry, because on the 30-minute time frame we were getting a lot of rejections here. As you can see, we got this nice bullish hammer and this other bullish hammer. So I was like, cool, I'm willing to place a re-entry on this point, because placing these two trades, this trade would have brought me, I was minus 4% on the funded account. This trade made me like 3.5%, and then I needed to make another bit of percentage from a re-entry to get back to break even on the account before, or to get back to break even on the account. And then today, like I said, I placed this trade, closed this trade out at 2 RR, which made me 2% on the account, which is what I'm going to request the withdrawal for, so I can secure the withdrawal, get my refund. Account's completely risk-free, can reinvest the profits into the next challenge, like I was saying. But yeah, so I entered this trade purely because I was like, cool, I need to make some more percentage. If this trade hits take profit, it brings me to a, this is what my mindset was at with this. If this trade hits take profit, yeah, this one here, the one before I entered this scaling, if this trade hits take profit, I still need to take another trade to pass, to get back to break even, and to potentially be able to request a payout. So I thought to myself, cool, there's no point me just holding this one trade till take profit, because if it wins, I still have to place another trade to get back to break even. So I thought, cool, let me get a re-entry once this is risk free for half a percent of risk. So now if I lose this, all I'm losing is 0.5% of risk. So before I entered this trade, I was my headphones just disconnected for some reason. But before I entered this trade, I was minus 4%. This one on the left, this longer term trade, I was minus 4%. This trade was going to bring me to minus 0.5%. This was going to make me 3.5%. So now, if I'm risk free on this trade, worst case is I make nothing. If I lose this trade, because I'm only risking 0.5%, worst case scenario, I go to minus 4.5%, and it doesn't really change the way I make my next move. My next move on the charts will be the exact same. I didn't want to risk 1% on this and then go down to minus 5%, because I understand in my trading plan I go for 1 to 3 risk to rewards minimum for the first trade. So this trade has to be 1 to 3 at least to get in, whereas this isn't, because it's lower risk and a lower time frame trade. Anyway, so I entered this because I needed to win this to pass, to go back to break even. So I entered this 0.5%. I was happy to take that 0.5% loss if we came down. We hit, so this made me 1% or like 1.2%, and then this made me 3.5%. So I'm up 4.7%. I was up on the account. So then we come to today, where I just needed to make enough to submit the minimum withdrawal request from my broker or from the funded account, because you need to make a certain amount of percentage before, I think it's 1%. You have to make at least 1% to request a withdrawal on the account type and account, the website that I've purchased my prop firm from, which is Rocket 21. So I initially got into this trade. I'll just explain it, as the video is already 11 minutes. I may as well carry on. So we had a liquidity sweep of this high up here over here. This was from Wednesday 6:30, so it holds a little bit of weight, but not too much weight, because it's from a completely different day, when this was before the election, and then the election happened. No, I don't even know. The election happened anyway, and I knew, cool, Euro USD, I want to start selling it, because Trump's come back into power. A lot of people are going to put their faith back in the dollar. So anything against the dollar should go down for the meantime. That's how I looked at it and understood it. So we create Asian low that has no bearing until we get to take profit. We come up we open in London session. These are the Asian session highs. We open, we push down at the end of Asian session. We push back up to Asian high, sweep out Asian highs, come down here, create another low. We sweep internally the same high again, and we drop. We have a change of character here on the 5 minute and a break of structure. Now we've got a break of structure, and I believe that we've swept liquidity so we can move to sell side. Now I'm going to take my position and place it here, which is what I did after the break of structure, because the reason this is a break of structure is because this low is what led to this first liquidity sweep, blah blah blah. So I put my position on the supply zone that led to the supply zone that was printed before we broke structure. Simple as that. Place my limit here. My first take profit, or my overall take profit, was going to be Asian session lows, and this would have made me literally 9% if I didn't close anything. But normally what I do is when price reaches 3 risk to reward, which would be here, I take half of my position off and I take half of my position off when we get here, move break even, and then let price play out either till stop loss, either till break even, or to full profit, to full volume. However, today, like I said, I didn't like how I didn't see as much of an impulsive move as I wanted to see initially from this zone, so I closed out for 2.08 RR so that I could then request my withdrawal and get into that next bracket. But I've been waffling for 14 minutes. I'm going to come back once I'm requesting the withdrawal. I'm hoping that the brokerage does all the updates in the next couple of hours because it's 2 p.m., 3 p.m. now, and I want to try and get all this done and documented and by the end of today. But like I said, this video might take a few days for me to record because they're waiting for a payout, blah blah blah, requesting it. I might have to review my KYC information for the withdrawal, blah blah blah. But yeah, man, I appreciate you for checking in to this video, and I'll catch you in the next clip. Another quick thing I want to add off the back of the last clip. I was just watching the last clip back to make sure everything was good. What I wanted to talk about is I realized I didn't explain these trades and the reasonings behind these trades on GBP JPY are completely different to the reasonings behind me getting into my trades on Euro USD. As you can see, I have USD JPY here as well. The only reason I have USD JPY here is because of the US election, and because I trade GBP JPY, I now know, cool, Donald Trump is gonna pump the economy in the next year or 2 years. The things he's gonna do are gonna have short-term benefits for the US economy. So I now know that USD JPY, or in my head, I can confidently say to myself, USD JPY, let me go back to the charts as well while I'm explaining this. USD JPY, I can say, we're going to start, this is the weekly chart, we're going to start heading up again because the US dollar is going to go bullish, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm going to take this information with a pinch of salt and then analyze the charts and stuff as the weeks go on to see if I'm correct in my ideology or whatever you want to say. I'm still going to just trade GBP JPY and Euro USD for the meantime. However, I'm adding this as I believe that there's going to be opportunities in USD JPY to continue heading up for quite a while, and I want to get in on some of those opportunities. But as of right now, and in the past 3-4 months, I've only been trading GBP JPY and USD and Euro USD. But what I wanted to talk about is part of my trading strategy. As you could see, those trades are very different. The Euro USD trade uses session highs, session lows, session timings, also liquidity sweeps, supply and demand zone. With GBP JPY, I swing trade GBP JPY. So I use very much more simple concepts to trade GBP JPY because I'll be in a trade on GBP JPY for days or multiple hours. Whereas with Euro USD, I'm an intraday scalp trader on Euro USD, or a scalp intraday trader. So the reason I do this is because in my trading plan, I noticed Euro USD is my best pair, as well as GBP JPY is my other best pair. However, I found this information out because in my trading plan, I have this app called Notion that I document my trades on and everything like that. And I noticed when I was forward testing and back testing Euro USD, scalp intraday, I was very good at it. When I focused on GBP JPY as an scalp or as an intraday swing trader, I was also very good at it. When I tried to swing Euro USD, I was bad at it. When I tried to scalp GBP JPY, I was bad at it. So I thought, cool, let me stop trying to break these pairs about. Let me stop trying to be a singular trader or a singular type of trader across two pairs, so a scalp trader on Euro USD and GBP JPY, and let me stop trying to be a swing trader on both pairs, GBP JPY and Euro USD. I decided to become a swing trader on GBP JPY and a scalp intraday trader on Euro USD. Now, you might say, but these are two conflicting strategies. You are correct. To combat this, let me go to the charts. If I'm looking to get in on a trade on GBP JPY, I like swing trading more than intraday scalp. So, at the start of the week on Monday, my priority is to swing trade GBP JPY. If I want to trade GBP JPY that night or that Sunday for the upcoming week, I know that there's going to be a move that I'm potentially looking to get in on. Monday morning, I'm only looking at GBP JPY. Monday morning, I'm not looking at Euro USD because if I'm looking to get in a trade on GBP JPY, I cannot look at anything else. So I can lock in on that and not get caught up looking at two different strategies, forgetting about this, forgetting about that. Now, if at Monday I get in on GBP JPY, a swing trade, that trade could be open until Friday. So now, after that, now that's set and forget. I don't look at it. I don't pay attention to it. I obviously set my alert. So if it moves a certain amount, I move my stop loss to break even, close half, whatever. Now I can focus on Euro USD. So now I'm in a trade here on GBP JPY. I can come to Euro USD Tuesday morning and look to scalp it. Because now I'm not thinking about GBP JPY. I'm not trying to flick back between two charts, getting in two different trades and two different strategies. No, my mind's clear. I can come and scalp. So I only allow myself to trade Euro USD or trade one pair at a time. If there's no opportunities for me on Sunday evening, I can see that there's nothing I really want to see happen on GBP JPY this week. And I know that Monday morning I'm not going to be looking to get in a trade on GBP JPY. Then cool, Monday morning I will come to Euro USD and trade Euro USD scalp intraday on Monday. However, my trading plan, I'm not allowed to focus on both pairs. I have to prioritize one or the other. And normally I prioritize GBP JPY because I prefer swing trading. But once I'm in on GBP JPY, I can forget about it because it's going to be a few days while I'm in that trade. And then I can scalp. The only caveat to this is, like I said, I got in on this retracement scaling after this was moved to break even. I did this yesterday, Wednesday, 1 p.m. and I got into this. Even this, I don't trade it at the same time. However, if I'm scaling in, that's the only caveat because I'm already in a main trade for GBP JPY, and the scaling tends to be a scalp as well. But yeah, I just wanted to preface that and say that is a thing in my trading plan, because you're going to see two different reasonings for trades. Like the reason I got into this trade was because there was a higher time frame, or this trade here, sorry, there was a higher time frame daily 61% Fibonacci bounce, a lower time frame 2 hour one. My EMAs, my 50 EMA was where I wanted it to be. We had trend line bounces. We're also closing above certain psychological zones and printing bullish candlestick patterns. So my swing trading is completely different to my Euro USD trades, because my USD intraday trades and scalps are break of structure, change of character, sweeps of liquidity, session highs, session lows, supply and demand zones. Supply and demand zones. It's completely two different strategies. So I wanted to just explain that, as people might be like, why am I seeing so many different or two different trading styles? That's why I am a swing trader for GBP JPY and intraday. I do both. However, I split it up in a way that is manageable. because I believe a lot of high level traders say is focus on one pair, one time, one session, one strategy, and I understand that for scalping. However, I started off as a swing trader, so it's just a way that I managed to balance it and do both, without the negatives of confusing myself between two strategies. And it's working out for me now, because this is what's allowed me to get to the stage where I can get a funded payout, and I feel like I genuinely do know what I'm doing now to a certain extent, to where this thing can start flying and we can get where we need to be. But this video is already going to be about 30 minutes, probably 25 minutes. So I'm going to end this clip and I'll be back with you. You'll see me back here once I am able to submit my withdrawal request and keep it transparent and show all that information. And then we'll do some proper trade breakdowns on these two trades, or what I've done to allow me to get a funded payout. Manners. Yo people, I've got some news, some bad news. Originally this video was meant to be called how I got my first payout, what I did to get my first payout, and blah blah blah. I'm laughing about it because I'm at a point in my trading career now where I know that I'm not gonna have to wait much longer to get where I need to be. It's a bit stressful and a bit annoying, but my withdrawal request got denied, and it's for the most stupid reason ever. I was so vexed. So I'm with Rocket 21, and I broke no other rules apart from this one rule, and I'll explain to you why it's annoying. I broke a lot size max rule apparently, and essentially it's just a rule on the amount of, or the lot size you can use. However, let me land. I did not over risk. You see from my trade breakdowns and everything how I trade, and I trade very risk off. I don't risk a lot. So they have a lot size max rule or something like that, and it takes the average of the trades that you took to pass stage 1, the trades you took to pass stage 2 and then become funded. It takes the average trade size, and then when you get funded, you can only go double your average. You can only open a trade with double your average trade size, your average, or divide your average by 2, I believe. So you can only, so let's say your average trade size is one lot, yeah? You can only now, or for stage 1 and stage 2, your average lot size is 1. Now when you're funded, you can only use 2 lots maximum. You can't go over 2 lots maximum. Any trade that you place with more than 2 lots, you can't get it's not eligible, and you'll break the rule. And then you can't go less than 0.5. And it's a bit of a stupid rule, because the reason I risked up, so my average from stage 1 and stage 2 was, let's say something, for example, let's say 0.2 for stage 1 and stage 2. And then when I passed, because I passed this account like a year ago, probably, literally like a year ago I passed this account, and I've just been going into drawdown, break even, drawdown, break even, drawdown, break even, drawdown, break even. So what's happened essentially is, in the period of time since I passed the account and I've been maintaining the account, I've learned a new strategy and changed the way I trade. So before, I used to swing trade GBP JPY. I used to swing trade only, and with swing trades your stop loss is a lot bigger, so your take profit or your lot size is a lot smaller. I've now gone on my funded account, the same funded account I've had all this time, and implemented my new trading strategy. Bear in mind, I'm still only risking 0.5 or 1% a trade, yeah? However, because the lot size is now increased, because I'm intraday trading, so my stop loss isn't 50, 60, 70 pips anymore. My stop loss is 8 pips, which means I can use a much higher lot. So instead of 0.2, which was my average, which means 0.4 would be the max I could go, I'm placing a sell limit for like 1.2 lots. But bear in mind, that's still only 0.5% or 1% of the account based on my lot size calculator, and because of the stop loss and blah blah blah, which makes it a stupid rule to me, because I'm not over risking, I'm not over leveraging, but just because my lot size has now changed from my average lot size, even though I'm still risking a certain amount, It's a bit of a stupid rule that I should have seen. Didn't think that was even something I needed to look out for, because why is that a rule? If I'm still risking point 0.5, that shouldn't be a rule. But yeah, long story short, payout got denied. My plan was to use the P's that I got from the payout plus the refund. You get your refund, you get your money back that you spent on the challenge once you get your first payout. So the refund money plus the payout money would have been enough for me to go and buy a. I was gonna grab a 50k account or a 100k account, I think. Because my main rule when I first bought this first ever account, I told myself I'm not purchasing another account with my own money that I've worked for, or basically I wouldn't allow myself to go up in a challenge size, a prop firm challenge size, with money that I didn't get from trading. My only rule to that was if I failed the challenge, I would purchase the same challenge again, and then if I pass, get a payout, I can buy up, move up to a bigger stage, because it allows me to treat it more like a business. If I'm buying a funded account every week, it's an expense, for example, but it's only an expense because this is where my brain went with it. For example, trading needs to be systematic and it needs to be business based in order for it to work long time. I thought it's going to be harder on my psychology if, for example, I go from a small account, blow the small account and try and buy a bigger account just because I have the money there. I thought, no, I can only increase size once the lower challenge prop firm challenge has become profitable and money that I made. So it's like reinvesting the money from the business back into the business rather than reinvesting money from my pocket into the business, because then it just messes with psychology. Anyway, I've never blown this first funded account. This first funded account is an account that my girl brought me when I didn't have money and we were both working jobs. Oh no, I didn't have a job. She was working. She got paid. She said, "Cool, let's buy this funded account for you." Bought a funded account. I've never blown it. I've had it for like literally 450 days. Longer than that, maybe close to 600 days. Never blown the account. Just continuously after I passed the account, or it took me a year to pass stage 1 and stage 2. Because I brought it at a stage where I wasn't really profitable, but I was confident that I wasn't going to lose enough to blow the account. So I was a break-even trader. So I would go into profit, go back down, and basically I passed the account for a series of good trades. However, I wouldn't say I passed the stage 1 and stage 2 because I knew what I was doing 100%. I was refining things as I was going. So yeah, I was making progress, doing good things, making good changes and iterations to my trading plan. However, I believe I passed stage 1 definitely with luck and sticking to what I said, but what I said wasn't the right thing to do in the first place because I was so inexperienced. However, there was some luck involved in passing stage 1. And stage 2, I passed stage 2 because I was actually trading well, and now I'm funded. It's obvious that I know what I'm doing to a certain extent because I have never blown this account over 400 plus days, or probably I've been on the funded side of it for probably about a year now. So I haven't blown the account in a year. I just keep going negative, back to break even, negative, back to break even. And now I'm at a point where my trading's in a better position, where I've gotten rid of so many things that make me lose, revised my plan more, that I'm on the point now where I'm just looking to go like that. So like I said, I was going to purchase a 5k, not a 5k account, sorry. I was going to purchase a new 50k or 100k account with this money from this smaller account plus the refund money plus like $50 that I had in some random crypto wallet would allow me to buy the 50k or the 100k. There was 2 different prop firms I was going for. One had like a 30% discount code, which is why I could get 100k for the same price. I could get a different one. Hello, my mic just cut out. But yeah, that's the reason why I could get a 100k account for the same price I could get a 50k account somewhere else, because the 50k account their prop firm wasn't doing any discount codes at the time. But yeah, we've been denied our payout, reset back to the initial account balance, and I've just got to lock in. It's going to be difficult to continue trading this funded account because now I can't trade the same way I do because of this stupid lot size rule. So I'm gonna have to look today if it makes sense for me to even bother carry on this Rocket 21 account, or if I should purchase a different account that doesn't have that rule, because now my strategy, like I said, my strategy has changed. So I literally cannot trade with such a small size as I used to, because my stop loss isn't. If I do keep trading this way, my trades might, because like I said, I entered with a 1.2 lot, and that was a 1% risk trade, or a 0.5% risk trade. I can't even remember. But if I was to enter that with my old average lot size, the max, which would be double my average, which was 0.23, so 0.46, I'm entering now with 1/3 of the size. So I'm going to make 1/3 of, let's say I entered that 1% risk, that would be 0.33% risk to make, let's say it was a 3RR, to make 0.99, 1%. It's kind of not worth carrying on that account. So I might keep trading it for a few days, see if it's possible, see if it just is, if I can do it, just to get one payout, to then, like I said, reinvest into a bigger account and make sure that account doesn't have the rule. But we'll see. I'm thinking about purchasing, just forgetting about this account, purchasing the same size account with another prop firm that doesn't have that rule. Or even, I don't even need to go to another prop firm that doesn't have that rule. All I need to do is go to another prop firm. My bad for that sudden stop. For some reason, in the bottom right on my other screen, I got a screen here, and then a screen here. On this one, the timer for my recording stopped, so I thought the recording stopped, but it recorded everything I said. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to purchase potentially another prop firm challenge the same size as this one, and just repeat the process past the stages. I'm not too fussed about the fact that I have to do stage 1 and stage 2 before I become funded again, because now I'm in a position where I've done it before with less knowledge. I've got more knowledge. I'm a more disciplined trader. I know what I'm talking about, and I know that I can eventually pass it again. Maybe the first one took me a year to pass. Maybe this one takes me a year. Maybe this one takes me a year and a half. Maybe it takes me 2 years. I don't care, because I know I'm more knowledgeable than I was before, and I'm going to get back. Minor setback, major comeback, you know. I'm on the wrong side. See what that says? No problems, only opportunities. Do you understand? No problems, only opportunities. So I'm not going to allow this to stop me from pursuing my dreams as a trader. It's annoying. I really thought I was at the stage where it was about to boom, and I was taking off with it. It still is basically at that stage. However, we've just had a little bit of a setback. But setbacks are only hurdles for us, man. They're not really. We just need to step back to the start line and attack the hurdle again. It's not about restarting the whole thing. So I'll get where I need to be. I'm going to record some more clips, maybe to add to this video. But now this video, I'm literally looking at the file on this other screen. How I got a funded payout. Oh no, it's called video for payout. How I got a funded payout in brackets. I have to change this video. After I end this clip, I got to change that shit to how I got scammed out of a payout, just for the clickbait or something. I'm probably going to put, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to call it. How I got scammed out of a payout. Because I got scammed out, really. Like, really and truly, that rule scammed me out of the payout. I didn't get scammed by the company, but that's a stupid rule, considering if you look at what I've done, I haven't actually over-risked, or the increase in my lot size isn't an over-risk. It's just a stupid rule they have in place. I might email them and appeal it and show them, listen, this is what happened. If you actually look at the trades, rather than looking at it as the lot size is too big, if you actually look at the trades, compare the risk ratio, blah, 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 you will see that I haven't actually over risked. My lot size has changed because of my strategy changing, and I'm entering off of different zones, supply zones, rather than swing trading. So we'll see, man. I'm just going to keep my head high. I'm probably going to definitely, as soon as I end this clip, I'm going to buy a new account, I think. I buy a new account because I don't want to hold on to the energy and the thoughts about this Rocket 21 account. I want to move on tomorrow, come to the charts, new account, new prop firm, just reload everything, everything crisp, everything nice, and just get to work. But yeah, man, I appreciate you for watching the video. There might be another clip after this, but if not, manners as always. We're gonna get this payout soon, and you'll be along for the journey. So let's keep it going, man. Nihil obstat. Nothing shall stand in our way. Understand that, and you'll see. Just keep watching.